We're here for you.
Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, a developing story out of England where raids are underway as police hunt for anyone linked to last night's terror attacks. Those attacks were the latest in a string of fatal incidents in England over the past few months. In March, 5 people were killed and 40 others injured when a man went on a deadly rampage at the gates of British Parliament. And just 2 weeks ago, 22 more were killed and dozens injured during a suicide bombing at a concert in Manchester. Now authorities say at least 7 people are dead and nearly 50 injured after Saturday's attacks near the London Bridge. ABC's Ariel Reshef is in London with the latest.
A night of chaos and panic, making way for a morning of arrests and resolve.
This is our city. We will never let these cowards win, and we will never be cowed by terrorism.
A summer Saturday night shattered by terror. The assault began when a white van plowed into pedestrians on the London Bridge. Holly Jones saw it happen and says it was clear the driver knew what he was doing.
You know, he didn't look scared, he just looked focused, and I'd almost like to say the word demented. The screams, it was like a shrill. I've never heard kind of like a fear like it.
3 suspects jumped out of the van and ran into the nearby Borough Market, armed with long knives, slashing and stabbing people at random.
I just saw suddenly loads of people run away from the market, and there was people lying on the ground.
Within 8 minutes, armed police confronted the attackers, shooting and killing them. All 3 were wearing what appeared to be suicide belts, but the bombs were fake. Police say they are making progress identifying the men.
Work is ongoing to understand more about them, about their connections, and about whether they were assisted or supported by anyone else.
The investigation leading them to a London neighborhood. Residents startled by the raids.
Before opening the door, I heard the first loud bang. I saw a couple guys running around and armed police around.
So far, at least a dozen arrests. The bridge remains on lockdown. Evidence teams spending hours combing the rented van for evidence. This is the 3rd terror attack in the UK since March. The White House says President Trump has spoken to Prime Minister Theresa May.
Terrorism breeds terrorism. There is, to be frank, far too much tolerance of extremism in our country.
Police say there were no other suspects at the scene last night, but they are continuing to look for anyone connected to the deadly attacks. Ariel Reshef, ABC News, London.
And 36 people remain in the hospital. 21 are in critical condition. The UK's terror threat remains at its 2nd highest level. And those attacks hitting close to home as well. Several former residents of the United Kingdom who are now living on the Sun Coast are speaking out about those recent incidents. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us and spoke with those people today, and she is here to tell us whether it will affect them visiting their home countries. Erica?
Good evening. The former residents we spoke to say security is tight in many areas of the UK, and even more so now that the British Prime Minister upgraded the terror threat to critical. Some British Americans believe Manchester and London were hit in the attacks because they are crowded areas, but understand it could have happened anywhere. The key is to always be alert, especially in those busy cities. We spoke to 2 members of a local British club now living in Lakewood Ranch who say the recent attacks won't stop their upcoming visits to their home country.
You've got to go about your life almost as if nothing has happened and let the police get on with it.
Go, don't give in to these people, and just be more aware when you're traveling.
Coming up tonight at 11, we'll hear more from those 2 Lakewood Ranch residents to find out how the recent attacks impact their families directly. Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Erica. Meanwhile, in Manchester, England, that concert benefiting the victims of the Manchester terror attack is already underway. Ariana Grande returning to the stage in the city where 22 of her fans were killed in a suicide bombing. She is joined by a host of other A-list artists, and security there is tight as police continue to untangle the web of terror tied to the attack. All the proceeds of the concert will be going to an emergency fund set up by the City of Manchester and the British Red Cross. And remember, you can watch that benefit concert right here on ABC 7 or record it on your DVR. We will have a special airing of the event tonight starting at midnight, and that will play until tomorrow morning. And for the latest on these London investigations, you can download the ABC7 app, where we will be sending you alerts on breaking news, weather, and other local stories straight to your phone. Just go to your app store and search My Sun Coast. And speaking of weather, let's head over to Wendy Ross for a check on our local weather. Wendy, an overcast day.
It really was. We had, because of the cloudy skies, we didn't see our temperatures rise too much, but 82 degrees is what it is right now. We have hazy conditions out there, and we're continuing to see the high dew point and humidity levels. Winds are coming in right off the Gulf at around 7 miles per hour, and that has been bringing us this streaming of moisture all across the state of Florida. And you can see most of the rain mostly has been over the central part of the state, although we have had our share of some heavier showers that have moved in throughout the day right here along the coastline. Right now we are seeing most of the rains east of I-75, and they're all skirting on up towards the central part of the state, and not much is developing right now out here in the Gulf of Mexico, but we still have opportunities for showers for the day. So far, this is the official amount of rainfall, only 0.05 of an inch of rain, so we're still in a deficit situation, but we'll let you know what we can expect for this upcoming week, and we do have rain in the forecast. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. Sarasota police are investigating a two-vehicle crash that happened overnight on Fruitville Road in Sarasota and shut down eastbound traffic for hours. Detours were set up from South Beneva Road to McIntosh Road as crews cleaned up following a collision between a white Ford pickup truck and a Chevy Silverado around 11 p.m. on Saturday night. The driver of that Ford pickup truck died at the scene and has not yet been identified by police as they try to notify next of kin. The other driver was transported to Sarasota Memorial Hospital with minor injuries. And police are still investigating this incident and ask anyone with information to contact the Sarasota Police Department. Eastbound lanes at Fruitville Road reopened before 7 a.m. this morning. Well, due to a water shortage here in Florida, water restrictions will now be changing starting tomorrow in several counties, including Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte counties. Under that order, lawn watering is now reduced to 1 time per week. Watering hours will be reduced as well, and there are also limits on car washing. The restrictions will be in place until August 1st. And for a more detailed list of those restrictions, you can visit our website, mysuncoast.com, and click the links click links we mention. In a celebration of life and National Cancer Survivor Day, dozens of cancer survivors gathering at Lakewood Ranch's Polo Grill this afternoon to enjoy music, food, and good company.
Every day matters. After you've faced a cancer diagnosis and look down into the black hole, and it's just really important to look up, see the sunlight, and smile.
I'm so thankful, and I'm thankful to all the sponsors that sponsored National Cancer Survivors Day today. And I'm really loving being here as a survivor, and I'm alive and well and happy to say it.
Event goers say a strong sense of community and support help highlight just how precious every day truly is. A Florida city called state health inspectors on themselves, reporting rats in a downtown park so they could allegedly evict homeless people that were living there. Fort Lauderdale calling the state health department last month to report rats in the city-owned Stranahan Park. A state health inspector cited the city and gave it 30 days to clean up the park. And using that citation, Fort Lauderdale ordered 60 people to leave and threw away any belongings that went unclaimed. Now, advocates for the homeless say one woman lost a laptop computer while others lost birth certificates, social security cards, identification cards, and family photos. A new exhibit is now hanging at Orlando's City Hall, honoring the 49 people killed inside the Pulse nightclub during the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. Each portrait is hand-painted by 49 different artists from across the country. Georgia art professor Mia Merlin, who teaches at a college in Savannah, came up with the idea as a way to help with the healing process for families as the one-year anniversary of that shooting is approaching.
I created it as a way of trying to respond in some positive, loving way to the tragic events of Pulse. Really something about art that can communicate in a way that's very powerful and a way that's often underestimated.
Those portraits will be on display until June 14th, and afterwards they will be given to those victims' families. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, ride-sharing service Uber under criticism after reports that they boosted their prices in England following that London attack, and a rising fear overseas of another attack causing a stampede during a popular sporting event. What caused that chaos? Coming up next.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
I was addicted to heroin and crack.
My choice was alcohol.
I used anything that I could get my hands on.
You know me. I'm the Addiction Network. Over 1.5 million people have called for help. So why haven't you called? What are you waiting for? The Addiction Network is here to take your call 24 hours a day.
I lost everything, and the only way to get my life back was to pick up the phone and call and go to treatment.
Call 800-424-2819.
More than 1,500 people are recovering tonight after panic swept through the crowd of fans watching the Champions League final in the northern Italian city of Turin. Authorities say after a loud noise, fear swept over the crowd who thought it might be a terror attack. The source of that noise triggering the stampede is still unclear, but some officials are speculating that it may have been from a firecracker. Thousands of fans were gathered in Piazza San Carlo to watch the match pitting soccer teams Juventus against Real Madrid on giant TV screens. Most of the injured were treated for cuts and light contusions, but 3, including a young boy, are in serious condition. Federal agents have launched a nationwide search for 12-year-old Florida girl Naomi Jones. Jones was last seen outside her home in Pensacola on Wednesday afternoon. The girl's mother says her children went for a walk, returned home, and then Naomi went back outside for an unknown reason. She left her cell phone, purse, and keys behind, and no one has seen or heard from her since.
Obviously, we have a large area, and we want to make sure that we do our best to compass that entire area. So it's, whether it's the first hour or the 12th hour or 24th hour, we're going to do what we can.
Law enforcement agencies are asking the public to share pictures and posters on social media of Naomi in the hopes that someone will recognize her. His weekend's deadly terror attacks in London has led to this weekend's deadly attacks have led to an online stream of backlash for the ride-sharing company Uber. Users complained on social media that the ride-sharing app took too long to deactivate its surge pricing feature for people trying to seek safety. The general manager of the company in London says they would not charge users for rides taken from areas near the attacks. He also says surge pricing was suspended as soon as the company learned about the incident. Uber says it made the change within an hour of those attacks. The 6th annual Tom Wallen Memorial Reef Benefit was underway at Walt's Fish Market today in Sarasota. Hundreds gathering at the restaurant to celebrate the life of Tom Wallen, the first man to get a reef named after him. Every year, the restaurant and Wallen's family host a benefit with all the proceeds going to the ocean. And this year, they have also been approved for a permit to drop reef balls off of the coast.
In August, we'll be going out there dropping the reef balls down to bring more fish to the community. And Sarasota is such a small knit group that every year we do this, last year we raised $50,000, and this year we're here to raise more than that.
The fish market's owner says last year's benefit saw a turnout of over 1,500 people throughout the day, and today's turnout is expected to surpass that number. And those reef balls are cool. They actually make them right down the street from the station here, right around the corner, and they work. They really attract a lot of wildlife.
They bring them on in. It's like condominium living for fish, isn't it?
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Real estate agent.
There you go.
By day.
There you go. Well, we had one of those days that it would have been great to just sit with a good book, or maybe go to the movies, or get some housework done. It certainly wasn't a pretty day to be outside. We did have a lot of rain showers that were all around us, and we did see some rain showers early this morning along the coastal sections, and then we saw it more hit and miss as the day progressed. So what we're looking at right now is that most of the showers have moved away from the coast, and now they're east of I-75, and they continue to push off towards the center part of the state. We have plenty of moisture located out in the Gulf of Mexico, and it's all going to take its time, but it's eventually going to be coming on in. So if you did not get rain today, and many locations did not, just be aware that we have more rain in store, so we are going to continue to see these showers forming. And what we've had is some spotty, heavier showers that have moved on through and across the area. This is kind of what the rainfall activity looked like. You can see large patches of no rain today, and this is taking place over the past 24-hour period, and you'll notice that the heavier rains once again over the center of the state. So that's kind of been the pattern over the last couple of days, and rainfall amounts have been impressive in those areas, with anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of rainfall across portions east of Arcadia, for example. But then we get here along the coastline, portions of Manatee, portions of Sarasota County getting over an inch of rain, and of course we're seeing the same type of thing developing over Charlotte County. But today was not as much activity as we've seen over the past couple of days, and tomorrow and the next day we've just got a more steady stream of moisture coming on in, and we are expecting to see our rain chances holding together very nicely, especially for Tuesday and Wednesday. This low pressure center out here in the Gulf of Mexico is helping to generate a lot of this moisture, and it's all streaming in and will be streaming in across central and south Florida over the next couple of days. So be prepared. We are going to see some more rain coming on in. Today, as a result of the cloud cover, we only saw a high of 84 degrees, and normally we're at 88 degrees for this time of the year. Last night, our temperature got down to about 75 degrees, and right now our temperatures are in the 70s and 80s. Where the rain has fallen, it's a little bit cooler than places that have not seen recent rainfall. But right now at the airport, it's 82, our humidity at 67%, dew points are also in the 70s, and winds are coming in right off the Gulf of Mexico at around 7 miles per hour. So if you're heading to the beach tomorrow, winds will be out of the south at 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet, a light chop. We're looking at the Gulf water temperature at 87 degrees, and it's probably going to be about 85 at the Gulf. It'll be mostly cloudy tonight with some isolated showers. Temperatures will be dropping down into the 70s, and then tomorrow we've got a 50% chance of rain with highs back up into the mid-80s. We keep those temperatures fairly uniform throughout the week. Tuesday and Wednesday, those are the heavy hitters for the rain. Adam?
Now, sports.
Rays fans still waiting for the team to strike gold out in Washington State, losing their second straight game to the Mariners late last night. The first batter of the game was Corey Dickerson, and he gives the Rays a 1-0 lead in just 3 pitches with a leadoff home run. It's Dickerson's 13th of the season. He was good, but Mike Zunino was unstoppable. 3 hits, 7 RBIs for the Mariners catcher, who finished just a triple shy of the cycle. Rays starter Alex Cobb gets his 5th loss of the season, giving up 9 earned runs on 14 hits over 5 innings. And things not much better tonight for the Rays. They are losing by 6 runs with just 1 inning to go in that game. Florida softball playing in the Women's College World Series semifinal against Washington this afternoon behind the arm of Delaney Gorley, who was masterful today. 6 strikeouts through 4 innings against the Huskies. Gorley helped the Gators seal a national championship back in 2014 by pitching in the title game. Now, the Huskies were able to score 2 runs, but the Gators offense backing up their pitcher with 5 runs of their own, and it's the Gators who are heading to the Women's College World Series final with a chance at a three-peat. Well, you don't need many excuses to visit Hooters restaurants, but today local race fans had a chance to see their recently debuted stock car. The number 24 car ran its first NASCAR race last month at Talladega Superspeedway as part of the Hendrick Motorsports team. The car and driver Chase Elliott will return to the track in November during the chase for the NASCAR Cup. Fans could take pictures with the stock car at Hooters in Sarasota during the afternoon and then at a Bradenton location later on Sunday evening.
I came out to see the car, I'm going to pick up a little bit of wings to take home so I get home in time enough to watch the race so I don't miss the race. But I had to get out here and see the car.
I was born and raised in NASCAR. I used to race and build cars and help at the Soul Speedway. But it's a fun hobby and get into.
And fans can also register at Hooter.com for a chance to meet Chase Elliott, the driver, and travel with the team to Phoenix, Arizona in November. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, I'm gonna make it. Give me my chance, this is my chance, I'm gonna take it.
The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
Don't live with pain. Stay tuned for great news. Many older Americans suffer from weaker or more wobbly knees. Knee pain is responsible for approximately 1/3 of all doctor's visits involving muscle and bone pain. Among them, bone chips, bursitis, osteoarthritis, and tendonitis. Well, if you're on Medicare, we've got great news. You could get your own pain-relieving knee brace at little or no cost to you.
This brace keeps me walking better and in much less pain.
Call us right now.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team.
just that simple act is transforming someone else's life.
It's one of the best feelings in the world.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
A father of a Texas graduate is making rounds on social media after giving his son the ultimate throwback during his graduation ceremony. 18-year-old Dylan Olivo made his dad this Pokemon tie for Father's Day in the first grade, and 11 years later, Dad brings it back out for the big graduation ceremony. That photo of the pair on Twitter is already receiving more than 400,000 likes. An elite rock climber has become the first to reach El Capitan at Yosemite National Park without ropes or safety gear. National Geographic documented Alex Honnold's feat, saying the 31-year-old completed that free solo climb on Saturday in nearly 4 hours. The 3,000-foot climb up El Capitan used to take days to complete with the help of ropes, safety gear, and a partner. Wonder Woman shattered the box office with a $100.5 million North America debut over the weekend. That makes the latest installation in Warner Brothers' DC Extended Universe the biggest ever opening for a female director. Wonder Woman is also the first major superhero film to be led by a woman. At number 2 was the children's book turned cartoon action film Captain Underpants. And following closely behind was Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tell No Tales, grossing $21.6 million. And Wonder Woman is worth it.
Oh,
it is really good.
You've seen
yeah,
it.
I saw it on Friday.
Oh,
when it opened.
fantastic.
It's spectacular.
This was a great weekend to get out to a movie, wasn't
Yeah, it is. Yes,
Perfect,
exactly.
Perfect weather for that. I've got to go see it.
They do,
That's
for sure.
the thing I want to see.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills. Wow! Stop stains and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second couch coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com.